Alright, Swifties and pop culture fanatics, gather round. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of Taylor Swift's most iconic, most triumphant, and frankly, most deliciously petty breakup anthems, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. This isn't just a song, it's a declaration. It's the ultimate I told you so wrapped in a catchy, undeniable pop package. From the moment it dropped, it became an instant classic, a rallying cry for anyone who's ever had to deal with that one ex who just wouldn't get the message. We're talking pure, unadulterated musical therapy, people, and it's still hitting hard a decade later. So, who's the lucky, or unlucky, guy who inspired this masterpiece of post-breakup clarity? Most fans point the finger, or rather, the scarf, directly at actor Jake Gyllenhaal. Their short-lived, highly scrutinized romance in late 2010 was a whirlwind, but it left an indelible mark on Taylor's songwriting. Think about it, a relationship that keeps going back and forth, playing mind games. It's the perfect recipe for a frustrated, sassy pop track. This song wasn't just a breakup, it was the final, definitive slam of a door right in the face of a confusing, on-again off-again dynamic. Every Swiftie knows the story. But here's the real behind-the-scenes magic. The actual spark for We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together came from a completely unexpected place, a phone call with a friend of her ex. The friend was telling Taylor how he'd heard her and her ex were getting back together. Taylor, apparently, was not amused. She then launched into a full-on, exasperated rant right there in the recording studio control room. Her co-writers, MaxMartin and Shellback, were just watching this glorious meltdown unfold, realizing they were witnessing the birth of a hit. Imagine being in that room. You won't believe how fast this track came together. Taylor was in the studio with pop masterminds MaxMartin and Shellback, and after that iconic phone call moment, she walked back in and simply explained the situation. She then picked up her guitar and started strumming. In what felt like mere minutes, the core melody and those now legendary lyrics poured out of her. We're talking lightning-speed songwriting here. The sheer frustration and clarity of the moment translated directly into the song's infectious energy. It's a testament to her genius and the collaborative magic of that room. Just 25 minutes to an anthem. This song marked a pivotal moment for Taylor, not just in its lyrical content, but also in its production. It was her first collaboration with the legendary Swedish hitmakers MaxMartin and Shellback. These guys are responsible for some of the biggest pop songs of the last few decades, working with everyone from Britney Spears to Katy Perry. Bringing them into her world was a huge shift from her previous country pop sound. They helped her hone that raw, frustrated energy into a polished, undeniably catchy pop banger that still felt authentically Taylor. It was a match made in pop heaven. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together wasn't just a hit song, it was a huge statement about Taylor Swift's musical direction. While her previous albums had country pop elements, this track fully embraced pure, unadulterated pop music. The synths, the spoken word bridge, the driving beat, it was a clear signal that Taylor was ready to conquer new genres. It felt like a deliberate move to shed some of the country labels and prove she could dominate the mainstream pop charts without losing her unique storytelling flair. And guess what? She absolutely crushed it. This track served as the lead single for her groundbreaking 2012 album, Red. And what an introduction it was. Red is often cited as one of her most pivotal albums, showcasing her transition from country darling to global pop superstar. WANEGBT perfectly encapsulated the album's chaotic, emotional, and genre-bending spirit. It was the pop anthem that perfectly balanced out the heartbreaking ballads and reflective tracks on the record, providing that much-needed moment of defiant joy. It set the stage for one of her most beloved and critically acclaimed works. And let's not forget the music video. Oh my gosh, the music video! It was filmed in one continuous shot, which is incredibly impressive. The quirky, colorful visuals, the pajamas, the band dressed in animal costumes, it all added to the playful, slightly unhinged energy of the song. The actor playing the ex-boyfriend perfectly captured that annoying, indecisive guy who just won't go away. This video was a masterclass in visual storytelling, perfectly complementing the song's sassy, defiant tone. It made the whole experience even more relatable and, let's be honest, absolutely hilarious. Truly iconic. You know the part. The spoken word bridge. I remember thinking, this is exhausting. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Like, ever. That line became an instant meme, a catchphrase, a cultural phenomenon. It perfectly captured the exasperation of dealing with a manipulative ex. It was sassy, it was direct, and it made you feel like you were right there in the conversation with Taylor. This bridge wasn't just a lyrical break, it was a moment of pure, unadulterated relatability that every single person who's ever dealt with relationship drama could understand and cheer for. Pop culture gold. When We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together dropped, it wasn't just a song, it was a sensation. Fans went absolutely wild for it. It tapped into a universal experience of heartbreak, frustration, and finally, liberation. Everyone had that ex, that messy situation, that moment where they just wanted to shout, never ever, from the rooftops. Taylor gave them the anthem to do it. The track's sheer relatability, combined with its irresistible catchiness, ensured it became a staple at parties, karaoke nights, and empowering sing-alongs everywhere. It brought people together in their shared experience of moving on. Critics weren't just nodding along, they were outright impressed. The song received widespread critical acclaim for its catchy melody, clever lyrics, and its bold move into pure pop. It was praised for being infectious and embodying the spirit of emotional emancipation. And the charts? Oh, the charts fell. It became Taylor's first single to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. That's a massive achievement, signaling her undeniable crossover power. It broke digital sales records and dominated airwaves worldwide. This song wasn't just a hit, it was a commercial juggernaut, cementing her status as a global superstar. Naturally, a song this huge couldn't go unnoticed by the awards circuit. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together racked up nominations and wins left and right. It earned a Grammy nomination for Record of the Year, a huge honor, and won several other accolades, including the People's Choice Award for Favorite Song. This critical and commercial success wasn't just a testament to the song's brilliance, it was a public acknowledgement that Taylor Swift had successfully transformed into a pop force to be reckoned with. She wasn't just a country star anymore, she was a global music icon. And the live performances? Absolutely electric. Taylor always brings her A game, but WANEGBT Live is a whole other level. From stadium tours to awards shows, she performs it with such infectious joy and defiant energy. The crowd sings every single word, especially that iconic bridge. It becomes this massive, communal moment of empowerment and letting go. Each performance is a reminder of the song's enduring power to unite people in a shared moment of sassy freedom. You just can't sit still when this song comes on. It's impossible not to bop along. The legacy of We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together goes far beyond chart success. It solidified Taylor's reputation as a masterful storyteller who could translate deeply personal experiences into universal anthems. It empowered countless individuals to find their voice and put an end to toxic, back-and-forth relationships. It's a song about taking back your power, setting boundaries, and celebrating your freedom. It proved that you can turn pain into pop gold, and that moving on can be the most exhilarating, liberating feeling in the world. A true anthem for independence. And of course, we can't talk about WANEGBT without mentioning Taylor's version. When she re-recorded Taylor's Version in 2021, fans eagerly awaited the new rendition of this classic. The Taylor's version of We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together is just as vibrant, just as defiant, and just as catchy as the original, but with the added wisdom and maturity of an artist reclaiming her work. It's a powerful statement of ownership, and it ensures that this iconic breakup anthem will continue to live on for new generations of Swifties. Plus, it just sounds incredible. So, whether you're belting it out in your car, dancing around your living room, or sending it as a not-so-subtle hint to a lingering ex, "We are never ever getting back together," continues to resonate. It's more than just a song, it's a mood, a feeling, a whole attitude. It perfectly captures that moment of clarity and empowerment that comes after finally closing the door on a complicated chapter. Taylor Swift crafted an undeniable pop gem that not only launched her fully into the pop stratosphere but also gave us all the perfect soundtrack to our moving on moments. What a legend!